welcome to the Mad Tea Party.
We hope that you're ready to spill the tea.
If you are coming back, thank you so much for coming to watch another video. And if you are new here, I am Derek.
And I am Ryan.
And today we are bringing back to you the ranking of Disney World attractions.
We're here to spill more tea.
Yes. Spill that tea. So, we are bringing to you part 3 today, which happens to be...
Hollywood Studios.
Yes. Disney's Hollywood Studios.
I'm a little worried about this because this might be what gets us canceled because I have very controversial opinions about Hollywood Studios. Sorry.
Mine probably contradict a bit of it. And I think our nerd will be showing today, I think is what we can say. Or specific people's nerds will be showing.
That sounds more like it.
Yep. Although I think I claimed this the last 2 videos we did this.
Mm-hmm.
I think our bottom attraction may be the same. And it has never worked. But should we try to say what our number 10 is at the same time?
Alright. Number 10.
3, 2, 1.
Star
Tours.
Tours.
Yes!
It's the worst.
It really,
It's the worst.
it really is.
It makes me so sick. I think it's the most nauseating ride in all of the parks. I don't know what it is about it, but ugh.
I will agree. It makes me. The one thing I like about it is that they have updated it with every single Star Wars movie that has come out. It has gotten updates, and I like that aspect of it. But it's just like a shaking box, and
It's one of very few rides that I just will not do now.
I definitely will not do it anymore, and I will bring that back up in a little bit. But it's just, other than being sometimes every once in a while being like, oh, I'm the rebel, cool.
I was the rebel once. Wasn't that cool?
Yeah. Wow.
I'm not huge on Star Wars, so.
That's where the controversy will come into play, I
Sorry,
believe.
guys.
My number 9, and I know that we're going to be off for a little bit, and that will be Alien Swirling Saucers.
That's not bad. I mean, I don't.
It is very similar to rides that you would find at a carnival, and not at Disney World per se. We waited in line, I want to say 45 minutes once to ride it.
It was very new at that time.
It was very new, so I mean the line was long, and we went and waited, and it was fine. It was fun. Do I need to wait? And some of these are more, do I want to wait in line for it again the next time I go? And that is why this one is number 9 for me. I would not wait in line. I might get on it if I was waiting for someone who's in the bathroom and there was no line.
My number 9 is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I don't like it. I was bored, but
What job did you have?
one of the ones where you didn't have to do anything.
You had to
they
shoot.
assigned me like the best job, and I gave it. I was like, I don't want that. Please don't make me do that.
I think
Give it
actually
away.
you gave it to me.
Yeah.
I think you were one of the people who were supposed to just be shooting people, which doesn't have any real bearings on what we're doing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't want the pressure of having the bearings, and I also didn't want to be bored doing that. Well, I guess I was doing something, but...
And it was still rather new when we wrote it. Actually, the other one wasn't open. Rise of the Resistance wasn't open the one time that we rode Smuggler's Run. And we waited a good while for it.
I will say about Smuggler's Run, the queue is really cool.
The queue is really cool.
I really like the queue in that. And I don't love Star Wars, so that's...
I understand.
All right,
I'm not going to fight you. My number 8, oh, you're going to hate me, is Muppet Vision 3D.
I'm going to hate you?
Yeah, I feel like that is probably higher on your... maybe not. I don't really like 3D attractions. And it's part of the reason I don't really like going... I like going to Universal, but when I go to Universal, I never want to do main things because it's always the I just don't like 3D rides. So I go in to cool off. I go in to watch the funny show. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is the Alien Swirling Saucers.
Yeah.
I think the theming is really cool. That's what it has going for it. I also really enjoy the techno remixes.
Yeah, that was really cool. Especially we never got to hear it, but they talked about how. What's your favorite song?
When somebody loved me.
Everything was beautiful.
There's apparently a techno version of it that they play, and we never heard it. And we waited for a
and
long time looking and
It
listening.
is apparently like one of the hidden. It's like it only happens in the rotation.
Not enough.
Not enough. Very randomly. Number 7, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Now, is it a terrible ride? Not a terrible ride. I had one of the fun jobs. I got to sit up front and actually pilot the plane. But it is just a souped-up, better version of Star Tours.
Yeah.
And so that is why I will never ride Star Tours again. Not even on a hot day do I need to go inside. I will pick a different line. I would rather wait in line for Smuggler's Run than wait in line for Star Tours, just because it's more fun. Like, it's more interactive and the queue is better.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. All right, my number 7 is Muppet Vision 3D.
Hey!
I think our bottom 4 are the same, aren't they?
They were, yeah.
I mean, again.
Hey, you know?
We don't always ride Muppet Vision. I think it's clever. I really like Waldorf and Statler.
Mm-hmm.
And and just the whole theater aspect of it is cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of the way I feel about Filler Magic, too. Filler Magic I like more, but there's just like it's kind of...
Yeah. My number 6 is Toy Story Mania!
Mine too. Once you started, I knew you were about to say it.
Toy Story Mania.
Yeah.
And I
like
think it comes down to... I'm surprised that there's still one that is higher on the list than this. Surprising me just a little bit.
Mm.
I put this lower because we're at the rides that we enjoy do. I will ride pretty much every time I go. Mm-hmm. Toy Story Mania, I definitely prefer this over its Magic Kingdom counterpart, the Buzz Lightyear game, because you actually get to, like, when you're like pulling, it feels like you're really throwing those things. Like these games are more fun and interact. Instead of just shooting things, you're like actually trying to hit points and do like it's strategic.
Yeah.
So it's more fun. For me, because I like a good strategic game.
I love Toy Story Mania. I also really love the queue.
The queue is very fun.
I know that queue sometimes can get long, but I don't mind being in that queue a lot of the time because there's so much to look at, so much to see.
And it was really fun getting to watch the transformation of being on the queue from the Pixar Street, and then once they opened Toy Story Land, the different, like, coming in from the opposite side and getting the different experience, it's like a different order. All right, this one I know is not your number 5. I guarantee you is not your number 5. And that is Rock and Roller Coaster.
It's not my number.
I know, it's going to be much higher for you.
Yes, it is.
No problems with the ride. I really enjoy the ride. I will tell you what I don't like about the ride is the queue. I hate waiting outside for that pretty much entire queue. It is very uncomfortable.
There's
and
some stuff inside.
There's a little bit inside,
like
but
the Hall of Fame stuff.
Yeah, it's not as much. And you go through, once you get inside, it's like you're on the ride practically, it feels like. But the ride itself, that's just the queue. The ride itself is super fun. Love the shoot off. Love everything about the ride. With the other rides, it is one of the... I would choose it later in the lineup of rides to ride first.
That's fair. My number 5 is Rise of the Resistance.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, I have to give it respect because I do understand that it is a feat and it is beautiful and it's well done, and I get that. I think that people really sold it as something that people that aren't really Star Wars fans would just be into, and I don't agree. I think that if you're not into Star Wars, that ride just feels long and like nothing is really... I don't know. I get why it was pretty. It just didn't feel like it was for me.
I completely understand, and I'll talk more about it later, but it reminded me of Hagrid's ride of magical creatures, of things-a-majigga, whatever.
I love that.
That's what I'm saying, is that it's another franchise you are not, like, crazy about. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not running to watch any of the Harry Potter movies. Mm-hmm. But that ride fully immersed you, and it was an amazing... Like, you will ride that ride no matter what.
I'll ride that ride any day.
So I feel like it's kind of like one of those where it
Either
could
gets
have
you or it
been.
doesn't.
It just gets you. It doesn't. Yep.
It didn't get me. I do think the cool thing about that room, the ride, was that room with all of the people.
Oh, all the
Some of them
stormtroopers.
that was cool. Number 4.
Number 4 is Slinky Dog Dash. Once again, an amazing ride, and I look forward to we either rope drop that one frequently, or if we have that fast pass for it, and now we'll experience this new thing later with Genie Plus. But
we never read it at night.
we did. We've gone back and we've ridden it at night, and I will tell you one of my favorite things. One, it is a smooth coaster. It is not the most thrilling, but it is super. Like it's also not
fun.
childish. It's super fun. It just has a fun track. Has fun surprises. But my favorite thing is the unobtrusive soundtrack, which is not even music. You're just sitting there, and every once in a while you hear the boings of the slinky that they just play as you're going around corners and stuff, and that just makes it so much better. Like I just love that about it.
Great ride. Yeah, that's really good. My number 4 is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Not because there's any flaws. It's just how the cookie crumbled with these top 4. I love Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I don't really love dropping. That's not my favorite thing in the world, but I love the Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I will do it for the Tower of Terror. Other rides.
I think also it's indoor.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. And it also, the drop doesn't feel like those horrible rides where they drop you from
Yeah,
the top
it's
of
not
the
like
world.
forever drops.
Yeah, it's more of a bounce, actually.
Yeah. My number 3 is Rise of the Resistance. Probably because, one, it's amazing. But why it's not higher, I would say, is that the experience of having to how to even get onto the ride was too much for me. Waking up early, we were already up, and we immediately didn't get it. I remember just we were at Pizza Rizzo the last time we went, and we were just tired, eating, and literally I was like, oh, it's time. And I did it, and it popped up, and literally half of the place screamed at the same time, and we got it. But it was exhausting just getting the virtual queue.
I think that was part of my problem too. The build-up.
The build-up
so
of that was just so
huge
much.
that It really has huge shoes to fill after that. And I mean, if you really like Star Wars, it probably does.
Yeah. And we got to see Kylo Ren, which apparently he breaks frequently. So we were lucky to have seen him. Yes. Your number 3.
My number 3 is Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah.
I love Slinky Dog Dash. I really like the queue. I'm really into queues apparently because I talk about them a lot. But I also just love the ride. I think the theming for the whole thing Toy Story Land in general is just amazing. But the theming of that ride specifically because it is made of toys is so cool.
There's all those little secrets too, in the the dates of things and in the barcodes and all different stuff.
It's so cool to look at all of the details on the stuff that's made from
Elmer's glue,
boxes. All of that. Yeah, all of the information on the back of the Elmer's glue. I love to sit and read it. It's fascinating.
It's amazing
how detailed that.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I can't believe that's someone's job.
My number 2 is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Like I said before, amazing ride. All these last couple rides are great rides. It's an iconic ride. It is now the icon of the park. I look forward to riding it every time, and I sat there going, how long would I wait in line to ride Tower of Terror? And I remember one of the last times we went, it was like a 2-hour wait, and we walked on knowing it was a 2-hour wait, I feel like. And we were like, we have to ride it. And we just got in line, and it's just and that place I don't mind waiting outside because it's all covered. And I know the other one is covered, but it feels dry and nasty. I don't know. Maybe it's because I can sit on, maybe it's because I'm lazy and I can sit.
I feel like every time I get in that queue, I'm surrounded by crazy people.
That happens as well.
It's always the Tower of Terror queue. There's crazy people in front of me and behind me, and I never know what to do.
Yep, so many stories of being in that line pop into my head.
Yeah. And even the one in Disneyland Paris. All right.
Stories for another time. Your number 2?
Another day. My number 2 is the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
So
we have the same number one. Rock and Roller Coaster is incredible. It's my first major roller coaster. It's incredible. I love it. It's fast and pretty. I like the neon lights. That's that. And Aerosmith. What's not to love?
yeah, rock and roll. Ah. Our number ones happen to be Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Railway. I
Railway.
almost called it roller coaster. I forgot what the ride was for a moment. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We love it. It's so good.
I don't have enough good things to say about it. The Great Movie Ride was great. It was in the title. It was great. It was fun. I didn't need to ride it every time when we went before, so I feel like they took a ride that was great and made it so much better. So them losing all of those licenses was kind of an amazing thing, because this ride I would wait hours for.
The Great Movie Ride too was so dependent on the cast member that
Yeah,
did it.
but this ride starts with a literal bang. We read nothing about it when we went to go ride it. We got on, and
Don't tell them in case they don't know either.
we were okay. I've seen lots of videos of people spoiling it, but I will not.
But as
That's true.
someone who watches
You know?
YouTube, I had no idea.
You know, that's
It
true.
shocked
So
me.
we had that moment of like, bam, oh my gosh, that happened. Going into like the ride itself and the transformation of feeling like you were in the old movie line. Like it felt like the original line from the movie ride
And it's
with new
so
posters.
beautiful.
And then all of a sudden you're in like a Western feel, like it's just the change from going from there into the second world. And then just the ride itself. Those trackless rides are
The lighting.
so good. The lighting is amazing. Daisy's dance room.
Oh, the best part. The best part. Oh, it's so
Like it
Yeah.
such a good ride.
Yeah, it was, to me, I think that it is one of the better trackless rides.
Yeah.
Not mentioning it.
I'm not mentioning any other either, but it is definitely
I thought it got overshadowed by the other one, and
Oh.
I'm not sure why.
Oh, Rise
Because
the
it's so
Resistance?
great.
I think-
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it
For
got
sure.
overshadowed by it, and I think it's just as good, if not.
I think it even has a surprising queue. So I mean, it is,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's great. I think people love it, so
I love it.
it's still
And I'm
really
glad they
better
took it
ride.
off of they took it out from behind the paywall. It's part of just normal Genie Plus now, because they're adding there's a new Phantasmic is supposed to be opening, and I think they're adding that. But they took it off so you could get it normal Genie Plus. You
Cool.
don't have to do the pay as you play.
Yeah, so ride it.
Ride it! As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you happen to be curious about our channel, make sure to click that subscribe button down below.
Or off with your head.
Yes, off with your head. Also give us a thumbs up, and we won't cut your... No, I'm just kidding. No, off with anyone's heads. Thumbs up. And leave us a comment. What is your ranking? Give us a ranking, please.
How bad did we do, and are we canceled on YouTube?
Yeah. I think we're done here. Have a golden afternoon.